What's up, guys? Today we are doing a NBA regular season review tier list, and we have all the 32 teams. So if you like this video, hit the like button and subscribe. I'm probably going to do next the playoff reviews and basically summing up who's going to win the play-in and all that, who I think is going to go all the way. So enjoy this. So first we got the Jazz. What do I have the Jazz at? Do I have them solid or below average? Let me go check the record. They are 36-44. They have Lauri Markkanen, who's actually very good. And besides that, I don't know who else they have. Jordan Clarkson. He's been pretty below average this year, so I'm going to just go below average. That team is so inconsistent. One game they'll blow out their opponents by like 30, and then the next game they'll lose by 30. They don't know how to tick, man. Next we got the Pistons garbage. They lost Cade Cunningham, and basically as soon as they lost Cade, their season was doomed. Well, they already were doomed before the season started. Everybody knew it, but you better hope you get Cade and get something good in the draft, or you're screwed, because James Wiseman is not going to help you. Next we got the Hornets garbage. Don't have to say much. Lost LaMelo Ball. Dennis Smith Jr. has actually been okay this year. Besides that, Gordon Hayward's been on and off the injury. Right, come on. Next, we got the Blazers. Started off the season as above average, but now dropped to below average. Lost Dame, lost Simons. Basically lost every starter they had. And now so far what I'm looking at, their actual bench is better than their starters. They're weird. Next we got the Mavs, below average. You go from last season, go to the Western Conference Finals, competing against the Warriors, and now you're out the playoffs. When you get Kyrie, your team's worse. What? And Luka's on a mental breakdown. You got Mark Cuban over here trying to have the game reversed against the Warriors because of a out of bounds play that was the Mavs' fault, but everybody knows about that. Next, we got the Rockets. Now, they're better than these, but they're still garbage, but they have a bright future ahead of them. They're the only team in the NBA that would beat the greatest team, but they would literally beat the Bucks, but lose to one of these two teams. And one of their random-ass players are just going to go off and drop like 40, a career high. Next, we got the Nets. The Nets, where they solid or above? They're above average. The Nets, they traded basically a package deal and got Mikal Bridges, and he's been a superstar. I read something on FB the other day that literally Mikal Bridges' career high on this. He only had one 30-point game with the Suns, and now when he joined the Suns the first 10 days, he has 7. What? Next, we got the Cavs. They're above average. I can't give them elite because... Yeah, I can't give them elite. There's about 5 teams on here that deserves the elite, and the Cavs are 6. But, come on, let's be fair here. The Cavs made the playoffs for the first time without LeBron James. What's his name? Donovan Mitchell is just God. He took that Cavs team from the ground and brought it up. Next, we got the Celtics. They're elite. Second seed for a reason. Actually, the third best team in the NBA, right behind 2 first seeds, but it's the Celtics. One game, Jason Tatum goes off. Next, Jaylen Brown goes off. In some games, they'll both go off and drop 30 points or over. Next, we got the Timberwolves. They're literally the definition of solid. Their record is solid. Their team is solid. Their whole organization is just solid. They're not below average. They're not garbage, but they're not above average. They're weak. They're just solid. Next, we got the Thunder. Ooh. They're solid. Shea goes off. Giddey goes off. When you get Chet Holmgren back next year, you're sure as hell going to be above average because... He was great, but he got hurt. Hope his his surgery did go well, and he's going to be great next year with the Thunder. I believe in the Thunder. Going to probably push a playoff. Next, we got the Heat. They're solid, too. Like, they clinched the play-in, but y'all were like top 5 seed for like 4 years, and y'all dropped. Weird time. Jimmy Butler, I heard, is wanting out of there, but meh. Next, we got the Kings. They're above average. That team went from garbage to dumpster fire to ass all the way to Kings. Let's be 100% here. Mike Brown's the reason of it, and show your respect, Kings. But last night, you got blown up by the Warriors by like 23. Next for the Warriors, we'll save them last. Next, they got the Chicago Bulls. Weird here. They're not garbage. They're not below average. I'm putting them in solid. That team will beat... That team is weird. They will beat the best team in the NBA, but they'll lose to the worst. So, like, for instance, they'll beat the Bucks, but they'll go out here and lose to the fucking Hornets. When they lost Lonzo, they were doomed, but honest to God, they get a point guard in the draft to replace Lonzo. Like, they'll be fine. They'll be set. But Lonzo, I think your body hates you. Next, we got the Lakers. They're solid, too. That team, if you would have told me that 2 months ago, I would have said they were either... If you told me 3 months ago, they would have been garbage. But now, when they got D'Lo, Jared Vanderbilt, Mo Bamba... Like, that team is just... Malik Beasley, that team went from garbage to solid very quickly. And next year, I think they're going to be above average. Next, we got the Pacers below average. That team started off the season kind of red hot. Now they very dropped. They definitely got turned off the steam after that. Next, we got the Grizzlies. Weird here. They are elite, and I'll tell you 2 reasons. When they do have Ja, they're elite. But when they don't, they are solid. They're not above average, they're solid. Because when they don't have Ja, they'll lose. They lose. We already seen that before. Next, we got the Hawks. Definition of solid, too. Same as the Timberwolves. Don't have to explain. Next, we got the Magic. Weird here. They're solid, too. That team went from probably one of the worst records in the NBA to actually greatness. And Paul Bencaro deserves Rookie of the Year for sure. Next, we got the Bucks elite. Giannis, Drew Holiday, Chris Middleton when he's not hurt. Like, Drew Holiday when Giannis is not playing is actually one of the best. But there's only one flaw in your plan. There's only one flaw in your situation. And I'll show you a picture. Hold up. You see this turd right here? You see him? Absolutely asshole. Bro, this man literally injures people for no damn reason. This man nearly almost killed Alex Caruso. Like, don't have to explain much. Like, you can go to hell, Grayson Allen. Next up, we got the Nuggets elite. With the first seed for a reason. Nikola Jokic, Jamal Murray. Don't have to explain myself. Nikola Jokic might win his 3rd MVP in a damn row, but I think it's going to be Joel Embiid who does it. Even though I think Shea deserves it. But that team is great. Next, we got the Pelicans. They dropped from elite down to solid. That team started off with the best record in the Western Conference and now dropped to, 10th seed? You lost Zion. Like, we knew that was going to happen. Next, we got the Clippers. You're above average. When they get back Paul George and Kawhi Leonard, that team's going to be a destiny of God, but they're just above average. So when they have Kawhi and Paul George, they're almost elite. But when they don't, they're just solid. They're just in. They're in between. Next, we got the Suns, above average. Can't give them elite. Because when D-Book and Kevin Durant and CP3 are out, that team is hot ass. Next, we got the Sixers. They're elite. Don't have to explain myself. Got the person who's probably going to win MVP on their team. Don't have to explain myself. Next, we got the Spurs. Garbage. Don't have to explain. Next, we got the Wizards. Below average. Goes from making the play-in almost every year since it was reintroduced now to out of the playoffs. And basically, when you get Kristaps Porzingis, your team is worse. Next up, we got the Knicks. Next up, we got the Knicks. Above average. That team went from not making the playoffs last year to making 5th seed, I'm not mistaken. Yeah, 5th seed. And Jalen Brunson's the reason for that. Next up, we got the Toronto Raptors below average. You go from, where did we not question making the playoffs to being in the play-in, probably going to lose to the Chicago Bulls. And finally, oh shit. I don't know here about the Warriors here. We got the Golden State Warriors. They're not elite for sure, but they're better than solid, but they've literally been solid this year. I'm gonna give them above average. Only because of because how do you expect them to lose? You expect them to when they have Jordan Poole, Klay Thompson, Steph Curry, Draymond Green, Kevon Looney. But the problem with them is they can't win on the road. They're literally 10-30 on the road, but 33-8. They have the 3rd best record when it comes to home games, but they have the worst besides 2 of the worst teams. They're weird, but yesterday proved me wrong. And that's it. Enjoy the video, hit the like button, subscribe. That's basically all that's my regular season review. And peace out.